Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Hakuoki Ito Blossoms in Iba's route at the end of chapter 4. So I'm going to guess that we're going to have a battle with Takeda, blah, 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 right about now, and then we're going to get our ending. And then I guess we'll just, unless this chapter's super, super long, we'll probably start some of our bad endings in this part. So we'll see. We'll see how long it goes. If it's like if it's like 40 minutes or longer, then we'll just make it a shorter part and do the bad endings and the thing. But if it's like less than a half an hour, then we're going to go into the bad endings. So anyway, June 11th, 1869. As much as it pained me to say it, Iba's premonition about the Imperial armies continuing on through the end of May came true, and they reached Goryokaku. Bombastic cannon fire cracked through the air and rumbled the earth beneath our feet. Would everyone be safe out there? Iba and I patiently awaited our comrades' return, and cannon fire punctuated our deep breaths. Patiently waited, really? Because I'd be like, I'm not patient. I'd be stressed the fuck out. Bombs, bombs. Like, Jesus. Then, our base's front door flung open. There stood Takeda. Oh, Soma. Wait. Oh, Soma! It's you. I'm so happy you're safe. Is everything okay out there? Oh, God. Soma dragged his feet in through the door, and he ignored my question in favor of slouching. Iba caught onto his strange behavior and pressed on. Did something happen? Soma's shoulders trembled, and shallow breaths preceded a tear-filled explanation. I thought he was going to, like, pass out and die, or he's going to be like, oh, no! I was hoping we wouldn't have to read this. Hijikata and Motoyama. As he trailed off, Iba and I understood him immediately. It's sad losing all of our friends, but it's really sad losing Hijikata. You're like, no, you're the thing that holds us all together, even though everyone else is dead. I see. So, Toshi and Motoyama. Iba shut his eyes and bit upon his lower lip, showing an unbelievable amount of constraint as he let the news sink in. It hurts. It hurts. It physically hurts. Like, I feel the pain in my chest. Like, you know he dies in every route but his own, but, like, it still hurts. I don't want to have to. Don't tell me. I can just pretend it's fine. However, my heart broke as I saw his eyes quiver. Iba was never one to let his emotions best him, but two of his most precious friends had passed before he'd had a chance to bid them farewell. It was a cruel, unfathomable stroke of fate for him to have lost both of them at once. It'd be so much even worse that, like, fucking Takeda probably fucking had a hand in it. Eventually, Soma tilted his head to look back at us and began shaking with rage. I'm leaving this place to you. Hey, wait, Soma! Before Soma could sprint off, he turned over his shoulder and shot a dubious glance at me. He's gonna go die, because he does. Please, don't die. I won't. Hijikata's passed the torch to me now. Oh, you're gonna die. But also, like, oh. A faint light burning behind Soma's eyes gave me a small sense of relief, and he ran off to die. Almost immediately after Soma darted back into the battlefield, a slew of injured warriors was brought into our infirmary, prompting us to get to work. Even if Hijikata and Motoyama had both passed away, there was scant any moment for mourning. Instead, we toiled away our grief by tending to the wounded men, using our tireless work to numb their resounding pain. Later that evening, lights positioned around Goryokaku were being sniped by the Imperial artillery, raising an alarm. Iba, Yugimura, are you in here? Hey, Shimada, you're still alive. Shimada, yes, we're here. What's wrong? I kind of forgot you weren't dead yet because everyone's dead, so. We've received some unsettling news of a man heading to Goryokaku, and I thought you would want to know. According to the scout report, he and his troop have absorbed all gunfire with no deterrence. Then the warrior would proceed to butcher our troops and feast upon the blood of their corpses. Well, that would be Takeda. I have no doubt in my mind that it's Takeda. Time has finally come. Let's go, Spacey. We must deal with this matter at once. Okay. I beg of you, be careful, you two. Should the two of you survive the encounter, let us meet again soon afterwards. Of course. Be careful as well, Shimada. You're all that's left, Shimada. Kasoma just ran out to his death, so we exchanged cordial bows and bid Shimada farewell. And we'll never see him again. So Iba and I departed from Goryokaku, hoping to settle Iba's straw with Takeda once and for all. We're gonna settle this straw. Is that what people say? It's the last straw. Time to settle this, but I don't think you settle straws. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, upon our departure, we took immediate notice of the vast swaths of Imperial forces surrounding all Goryokaku, and I gasped in horror. The ground was caked in blood and shell casings. From our vantage point, every Shogunate troop was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers. It was unmistakably a sordid affair. As wave after wave of cannon fire tore apart the tight flanks of Shogunate soldiers, our men continued to wield their blades with pride. They were candles on the ends of their wicks, doing everything they could to keep their flame alive. Spacey, stay close. Separating from me is not an option. Right. Hey, you there? You're in the Shogunate army, aren't you? Where are you going? Stop! We encountered an Imperial soldier, quivering in his shoes as he pointed his rifle at us. Quivering. You punks got a death wish, don't ya? I said stop! He started shouting in panic and just as the soldier pressed his finger above his rifle's trigger, Iba anticipated the path of his bullets, using his sword to deflect the incoming hailstorm of bullets without breaking a sweat. My apologies, but you're rather low on our list of priorities. You seem like an intelligent man who can see the value of living a life after this conversation. Iba radiated an awesome and intimidating aura, enough to convince the soldier to drop his firearm and flee from sight. It was a stroke of fortune, and we continued on. Iba and I kept low to the ground and ducked into a forest on the border of Goryokaku. Ah, so you found me, Hachiro Iba. And of course, Koto's daughter. A sloppy mess of blood coated Takeda's lips and cheeks. Ew. And he slurred his words like a drunkard as he pointed his gaze towards us. I mean, look, you were pretty until you mentioned being coated with blood, a little drunk on blood. He dropped a half-eaten arm to the ground. Okay. He's getting less attractive by the moment, which hit the floor with a dull, sickening thud. Like body is cringing. At Takeda's feet was a gruesome array of scattered remains, thickening the air with a nauseating scent. Koto has yet to show himself. Mind telling us where he could be? Oh, him. Funny story. When he was off gathering fresh prey for me during the Battle of Aizu, Saito found him and gutted that senile fuck. Yay! Go, Saito! I'm so proud of you! Father had been murdered by Saito? Part of me felt inclined to mourn Father's death, but now was neither the time nor the place to do so. No, you should be happy that Saito saved your ass. And by that point, Koto had far outlived his usefulness for me. So as long as there are victims for the taking, I can fashion myself an army. And so long as precious morsels like you exists, the possibility of creating offspring does as well. Do you still think I'd let that preposterous idea happen on my watch? I grow tired of hearing your meager attempts at heroism buzz in my ear. Need I remind you of the embarrassment I'd given you at Hakone? Can't read. You could barely touch me. The warrior you faced in Hakone is different than the man standing in front of you. I won't lose. All bark and no bite. I've heard this one before. Show me how different you are then, bastard! Iba shot a stern glance at me, signaling me to step back and out of range of their duel. I hastily skipped back towards a bush, holding my breath as they began to step closer to each other. Here we go. This is the moment of truth, where we're not going to die, because we're not doing a bad ending. But anyway, the hair on both combatants turned stark white, and the energy radiating from their shared contempt nearly paralyzed me in place. From Takeda especially, an ominous, toxic miasma floated inches from the surface of his skin, making it so that I couldn't stand to stare at him for long. Then, Takeda kicked at the ground, charging toward Iba. I see you, Iba. Everywhere you go, I'm 2 steps ahead. Takeda raised his sword above his head, then white sparks flew high into the air, and a deafening clang screeched out as their blades clashed. What the? Iba was quick to deflect Takeda's incoming strike, catching the latter off guard. Yes, but see, he is bonded with his demon arm. You haven't. You're letting it take you over, so he's the better man. Yay! Always bond with your demon appendages. The more you know. Anyway, at first, Takeda wallowed in his shock, but bounced back to put some distance between them. Huh. The gods have granted you one favor. Falling behind the likes of you is impossible. I have achieved a form surpassing all other beings. Once again, Takeda slashed at Iba forcefully, but Iba blocked the path of his opponent's blade handily. Both warriors kept steady track of the other's footwork, careful not to make any hasty missteps. In the darkness, I could only make out the bright, metallic flashes and the frightening crack of their blades meeting in the tense atmosphere. How is this happening? How is this pathetic being withstanding the strength of my attacks? All that bragging and nothing to show for it. Is this the best you can do after murdering all those innocent lives for their blood? Ha! Sassy. This is inconceivable. It must be a trick of some kind. There's no way you could defeat me. We're one with our appendage. You're not. That sounds so inappropriate. A flurry of desperate swings came from Takeda's blade, but Iba smacked them away without trying. He traced the crescent path of each strike, nimbly weaving through them like a brush upon parchment. Takeda's face warped in frustration, and as his fatigue began to set in, so too did panic. God damn you! I cannot be bested by scum like you! You were born with a silver spoon in your mouth! How could you possibly win? I've forsaken both the Iba name and my position as Okuzume under the Shogun. As of now, I'm just a man of purpose, a man who will kill you. Besides, what status to you anyway? Don't you think you're a little obsessed? The demon's arm has chosen its victor, and it knows that I am who's destined to protect her. It's chosen me, not you. Takeda dug his fangs into his lips, which I had interpreted as a sign of his acceptance of defeat. No, he didn't. Oh no! Iba reacted at the last moment, appearing to have sensed something that caused him to hesitate. He pulled his sword back instead of striking Takeda. Seeing that an opening had been created, Takeda darted his eyes towards me and began charging. He began cackling and went into a series of taunts. Damn! I didn't expect... Ooh! I hope this doesn't count as one of Iba's fucking CGs, because, like, you know, I'm just saying, but... Oh, what's wrong, Hachiro Iba? You'll have to stab the both of us at the same time, won't you? Takeda wielded me like a meat shield, gradually stepping back to put distance between us and Iba. Let go of me! Ha! You think me stupid, girl? Iba, face it. I have what you want. Do you really want to risk killing her just to reach me? I know you don't. At the end of the day, you're as worthless as your earthly attachments. That's why I succeed. My mind raced frantically in search of a solution. At this rate, Iba will fall into Takeda's trap. As the thought crossed my mind, my body moved as if commanded by a will of its own. Iba, I'm fine! Just stab through me and Takeda. Spacey, I believe in you. And besides, if we don't stop Takeda here, then he'll just undo us later. Please, put everything into your strike. You can stab through me as long as it's not a vital organ like my heart or chopping my head off. I could see Iba contemplating my desperate plea, and all of his sacrifices came to light. He lost his arm, threw away his humanity to become a fury and fuse a demon's arm to himself, and chose not to participate in human society. If we couldn't settle the score with Takeda here, then everything he had worked towards would have been a waste. Iba called out to me calmly. Very well. Close your eyes, Spacey. I did as he commanded. Enough with the charade, you fool. You don't have the guts to do it. My sword, Takeda. Time to eradicate your foul heart from the face of the earth, and now and forever. I'd like to see you try, Ichiro Iba. A blustery gust of wind brushed my cheeks. Gah! It looks like he slashed my head. From behind me, I heard Takeda's voice shriek out in pain. And then, my body jolted back from the collateral force, and something passed through my body. I felt Iba's strength and the full weight of it. Iba, was I able to help you? I was so elated that tears began to stream. And then everything went black. And in the bad ending, we die. Like, we're not dead. We're not dead. But that's awful. Everything went black. Well, that's one way to end a good ending. Oh, now we get to look at our precious princess. I mean, our precious prince. We're the princess. Whatever. Yeah, it'd be kind of awesome if we were like... Are there games out there? I need a game where... First of all, we need a pirate Otome game, which I'm sure they have. I just can't read Japanese, so... We'll find that eventually. But, like, I need one where we're a kick-ass heroine and we're, like, rescuing them and they're our bitch. You know what I mean? They're always protecting us. I want one where we have to protect them. Because they're our dead, delicate, fragile little flowers. You know? You know what I mean? Like, something like that. Why we need you? Who knows? I'm not writing the script. I need you guys to do it. Hey, Idea Factory. You've got to have a game like that. Fucking localize that shit. Get it to me. Oh. Idea Factory International. Localize that. Get it to me. I need it. I need it in my life. Oh. I can't wait till we can read Japanese, guys. It'll be lovely. There'll be so many games we can play. So many. We won't have to wait. We won't have to be like, look at, there is like so many, there was like 12 or 13 new Otome games that fucking came out in Japan this year. We got like, what, like 2? I need all of those. All of them localized. All of them. But, you know. Also, it's funny because they don't localize some games because, you know, we're prudes apparently, us Western audiences. Damn. Which is just kind of amazing if you think about it. Like, really? You gotta censor that? What? Probably why, you know, from the things that I've heard about Diabolic Lovers, and, you know, that's why. But, I mean, and yet, like, certain other games, you're like, that's pretty rapey, and that didn't get sent, but Diabolic Lovers, because there's like, it's like fang rape. They just, like, force feed off of her, basically. We have the anime, though! We can watch that, but we can't play the game. Seriously, gotta get our priorities straight. Anyway, it's such a stunning, gorgeous day, isn't it? I was coaxed awake by the soothing voice of the man I loved, and his breath tickled my ear. You know, when I see this lovely shade of blue smattered across the sky, I'm reminded of something. Do you want to guess what it is? The tenor of his charming words was dreamlike, and I struggled to open my droopy eyes. Yeah, your droopy eyelids? No, because your eyes are droopy. Your whole eyes are droopy. They're falling off your face. They're literally down by your mouth where they shouldn't be. I know they just drew her that way, but still. That's right. The Haori of the Shinsengumi. And back when all of us were in Kyoto, I remember thinking about how vibrant their coats were. All our friends are dead. Why would you bring that up again? Look at him. We have none that are just him. She's derpy in every single fucking one of them. I'm going to ruin all of them. As I finally forced my eyelids open, I met eye to eye with the face of my beloved Iba. He gazed at me coolly, flashing a bright, warm smile as he cradled me tenderly in his arms. Spacey, are you finally awake? Iba, where are we? Yeah, seriously, where are we? And like, anyway, hold on. I woke at the sight of a lush, open meadow, dotted with beautiful flowers underneath the vast, infinite sky. The horizon stretched as far as I could see. It was disorienting, but in the best possible way. At last, you're awake. Have we been, like, unawake? Like, wait, what? I have been waiting, my love, for a long, long time. I can finally see your beautiful eyes again. I sifted through the fog of my most recent memories, piecing everything together. Where's Takeda? How long has it been since he killed him? Gone. We stopped him, my love. All thanks to you. Really? Then this is heaven. We're both dead. Oh, fuck. Well, precisely. No one is left to stand in our way. All that matters now is our future. Ever since then, all of my cravings for blood have ceased. All that's left in me is, well, the demon's arm seems at peace with me now. It's fully become a part of my body. So I must first plan on visiting Sen to apologize and to thank her for all she's done. This, of course, can wait until long after your wounds have healed, darling. Will you honor me with your company? Of course. I'll go anywhere with you, Iba. Wait, huh? Would you mind not calling me Iba, now that we're lovers and all? Oh, I blushed, feeling all of his affection course through me as our boundaries were now entirely gone. Well, I hope you're not having this conversation while those boundaries are going away, because that's just inappropriate and weird. But metaphorically, I think that's what she's saying. Spacey makes everything inappropriate. When we were children, that is what I had called him, so it was only fitting to come back to it. Well, it's like she can't even say his name. Well done. Hachiro cradled me more tightly and ran his fingers softly along my scalp. The war's now over. From here, we shall live a prosperous life, one away from the trials of the world, and just you and me. Every whim you desire I shall cater to. Hearing his sincere promise pulled my heartstrings, and I couldn't help but tear up in joy. Okay. For so long I had pined to hear those words come from Hachiro's mouth. A gentle gust of wind grazed our cheeks, and his bangs fluttered in front of his wide, jovial grin. Oh, bye, pretty. And Saucer Eye Dirtface. We knew she didn't die, but it was still like, damn, game. She's totally gonna, though, in the bad ending, so. There you go. Dun, 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 dun. That was your happy ending, bitches. Now. Now I'm a believer. I told you it was still gonna be funny. It's fucking hilarious. Oh, I love you people who wrote these. They're great. All right. Let's just jump right into our bad motherfucking endings. Bad motherfucking endings. We want to go to chapter 4. And... Wait. No, wait. Not... I almost missed the... There we go. I almost missed the unrequited love ending. Scroll down too far. Okay, so... Low romance. Low corruption. Low. Alrighty. The longest part of this is the skipping through every fucking thing, basically. Oh, interesting. Okay, here's the thing. So I was just looking at the guide as I was waiting for this to come up. Chapter 1, low romance, blah, blah, blah. There's no ending in this chapter. I've merely added it so you don't miss a CG because there's a CG of making him endure it. So there's no ending? You don't get a game over. Huh. Interesting. So we'll just do that to get the CG. But I guess low romance, high corruption, when we do chapter 1 and we get the CG, we'll just skip through and go straight into chapter 2 if it's not going to give us an actual game over. Because we have to do the... I can't. I'm so sorry. I really like you, Iba. I do, but I'm just not ready for that yet. Iba's eyes thinned and he patted his hand atop my head and chuckled. I'm only kidding. Although any man who spends an evening with you should consider himself fortunate. Your feelings take precedence above anything, so I shall honor your wish. Wait, so I was just afraid that if you were to spend the evening alone, your mind would be troubled. Oh, Iba delivered his words slowly, which only added to the confusion I had felt, but I appreciated his sentiment either way. Well, thank you for thinking of me, Iba. There's nothing to thank me for. Now, why don't the two of us get some rest, eh? Okay. No, I don't want to even look at this. Stop it. Don't make me look. Oh, okay, that makes it better. That makes it so much better. It's a beautiful goddamn face. Um. Do 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 do. We still give him blood this time. Huh. Oops, give him blood. Oop. And then, do you even think you stand a chance? Do you think you stand a chance? Sounds so rude saying that to your boyfriend, right? Hmm. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just. It's weird that there's no game over ending in chapter 1. Huh. But we'll see. Hopefully we can just skip through into chapter 2, but. Do you think you'd stand a chance out there? A defeat against Imperial forces in Izo was proving to be an inevitability, and it was nerve-wracking. Surrendering resolutely could guarantee the lives of our remaining men and establish a semblance of peace that, as of now, hung tenuously in the air. What you suggest is harder than you can imagine. Ending a war involves casting aside our egos and abandoning all of those we've lost. Perhaps my question was ill-informed. Hearing Iba say so himself, however, was far too much for me to stomach in front of him. See, like, I almost wish that the happy ending was a little bit longer to get to at least maybe the 35-40 minute mark. This way we could have just ended it like, so now you have a happy ending! But now you're stuck. There's no happy endings for you. It's like nicer when the happy ending ends and you're like, yay! And then the next part will be all just the horrible shit. But like now you're stuck because otherwise it would have been a 20-minute part. So like, now you're stuck. You're stuck suffering. Oh. Uh-oh. At the last possible second, I turned around and tried to get out of Takeda's way. Instead, an icy blade burrowed its way deep into my chest. Stupid. Spacey! Luckily, Takeda hadn't struck through my heart, but blood splattered like a red spider lily out from my chest, splashing onto Takeda's person. Ah, a delectable scent. You know, I would have paid your weight in gold for a taste like yours. Ichiro Iba, you lucky dog. I can only imagine all the fun you've had, ravaging her day in, day out. Or were you too weak to pull the trigger? Uh, uh, uh. Each breath I drew was agonizing. I couldn't move. You bastard! Won't forgive you for this! Iba rushed angrily toward Takeda with his sword lifted over his head, but... In the blink of an eye, Takeda yanked the sword from my chest and swung it towards Iba. He's gonna kill Iba and take us, isn't he? Their swords clanged against one another once more, but Iba's defense was half-hearted, as if all of his confidence had vanished like fog. Perhaps it was because Takeda had been reinvigorated by the taste of my blood. Or perhaps it was because Iba's calm demeanor had been disrupted by Takeda's second wind. I've waded through muck and hell. Things that are 10 times tougher than you'll ever be. I'm more of a man than you'll ever be. I cannot wait to see the look on your face when I feast upon your ragged flesh, you swine. You're not gonna see it. He's gonna be dead. That's not happening. Mustering his strength, Iba charged at Takeda. But his moves were sluggish, and Takeda leapt back. Gah! Through gritted teeth, Iba slowly turned his line of sight at me as I writhed in a pool of my own blood. Are you still with me, Spacey? Just hang in there. I'm fine, just in pain. He didn't hit any organs. I feigned toughness for Iba's sake, though my insides burned with searing intensity. I'm sorry, my bird was making weird fucking noises, and I turned around to look, and he's just sitting there, snuggled up with his rings, but it's just the way the sunlight's pouring in on him. He just looks so fucking funny. I don't know why. It's like adorable and just weird. He just looks so strange. He's weird. There was doubt as to whether or not I would recover from these wounds soon, if at all. I will carry you to Goryokaku. Okay, just sit still. What about Takeda? Pay him no heed. I cannot leave you in this state. No, you must stop Takeda. Why are we both stuttering? I get why we're stuttering. Is he stuttering just because he's fighting hard? But, like, stop with the stuttering. It's hard. I'll heal soon, but if we let Takeda regather his strength, then he'll kill us. But please, stop Takeda. Don't worry about me. Spacey. A cold shiver raced through my body as Iba's thin fingers stroked my hair gently. And then, I shall return for you, I promise. Iba loosened his grip of my hair. And then he sprinted back to the dense, gloomy forest brush to find Takeda. From there, my consciousness began to fade, and my vision blurred gradually. And time had dilated, and before I knew it, I'd awoke. A blinding ray of sunlight caused me to wince, and I shook my head in confusion. Where was I? Later on, I stumbled back to Goryokaku, traversing over brutal scores of corpses and broken remnants of artillery, and Shimada rushed to meet me at the gate. He informed me of the Republic of Izo's surrender, and I learned that Iba was nowhere to be found. Rumors hovered through the demoralized ranks about something eerie out in the battlefield. In the night, they witnessed two white-haired warriors battling well until the break of dawn. A wave of intense regret crashed over my sore heart. I should never have let Iba fight Takeda alone, and I replayed the moment of his promise in sorrow. Was it the last time I, or anyone for that matter, had caught sight of the kind, noble Iba ever again? No, that couldn't be. Iba surely was alive somewhere, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal himself. No, he would have come right back to you. Iba. A haunting silence floated around Goryokaku. I decided to wait for the man I loved to return. Which will be never, because Takeda killed him. I'm surprised that Takeda didn't come back for her. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would he have left her? I don't know. You know what I mean? He killed Iba, and then he'd come back and kidnap her. So, I'm just saying. Unless they killed each other. But that would be weird. It'd have to be a timing issue. Both stabbed each other in the heart at the same time. Well, that would be convenient. You know, because they can heal, so. Okay, so we're going to try. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Whoop. Here we go. Iba, Chapter 1. Okay, so low romance, high corruption. Yes. Okay, so we're just going to skip through Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 at the same time instead of going back. So, I mean, it's not going to be much more skipping than normal. We just don't have to wait for the fin thing to come up, so it should take a little less time to do this one. We'll see. It's just so we get the CG of him suffering, basically. Oh, you killed our dad. We love you. Well, I mean, wait, that's a really weird thing to say out of context, but oh, yeah, he had more of a ponytail than I was thinking. Like, you know what I mean? For some reason. Oh, I see. I had no idea. I had rarely caught sight of Hijikata around the compounds of late, as he was usually scurrying out of the door before I could say hello or goodbye. From what Iba tells me, my assumptions that he had been busy in meetings were somewhat unfounded. Well, I suppose Toshi is used to adversity by this point. I would betray myself if I were to let my own feelings cloud my judgment on the matter. At the moment, the Shinzengumi cannot afford to let an unceremonious lack of sympathy hinder them. Okay. Yada, yada, yada. The sexy. I swear, we don't really actually get a CG of just him. Derp face is always in it. Sad. A wave of anxiety kept me suspended in motion. If Iba was unwilling to consume my blood, and there was no guarantee that the medicine would work, I'm fine. So stop worrying. Through gritted teeth, Iba desperately feigned a smile, attempting to wave me away despite being drenched in sweat and losing all color in his face. Yeah, Iba! I began to fear that my inaction would only hurt him more, so I kneeled down and took him into my arms. Oh, it'll be okay, Iba. Look, the least derpy she's ever looked. I felt so helpless, and Iba dug his nails into the back of my shoulder in an attempt to power through. My lungs were ready to burst as Iba constricted me in his embrace, and he wheezed in pained gasps. Forgive me. I'm ashamed that you must see me like this. The facade of Iba's calm demeanor faded altogether, and his restless jitters made him vulnerable and afraid. Please, stop worrying about me right now. I continued to hug Iba tightly, keeping close until his violent seizure had long since subsided. Well, that's true, because there's actually no part in here where they actually fight or anything. Huh. That'd be explain why there's no, like, bad ending. Because they're always fighting someone or something, right? What? Why are you shrieking? No shrieking. It hurts my brain when you shriek. Brain cells die when you shriek. You kill an innocent forest bird when you shriek. I don't know. I'm just trying to convince him not to do it anymore. Hi. Yeah, play. I don't know if he was like weird. He was staring at the window, so I don't know if he's looking at himself. I don't know. I was distracted. We're still in chapter 1, right? I don't know. But yeah, there really is no fight. So like, the only thing could be is if we were out there and something happened. Or this. This could have been a bad ending. Like he's swinging his sword and we try to stop him and he kills us by accident. You know what I mean? Oh, well, that's right. There's no ending, so that's the CG, so we don't. So we'll just do this. I wasn't sure if Iba could take my suggestion at face value, but I had to take the chance. Well, why don't we go after the Shinsengumi? His glowing eyes quivered for a second, thinning out of curiosity. However, he quickly averted his line of sight. There's no way that I could agree to that. Have you already forgotten the vow that Sen made me promise? He spoke bluntly, eliciting an eye roll from me. As usual, Iba was being stubborn, but I was in no real position to force him to break his vow. Okay. I just figured since we technically could have stopped there and then we wouldn't have to skip through all this. So, I mean, I guess we didn't have to, but I guess maybe there's a part of me that's like, are we sure about that? So I just want to check. So we might as well just skip through instead of getting the CG, going back. We could have already been skipping through chapter 2. So we're wasting about 10 minutes of time doing this. But, you know, I mean, probably not. No, because here we are at chapter 2 already. Okay. So we wasted a few minutes, but like what? 4 or 5 minutes max? I think we started this, we were at like 34 minutes, so it's been 5 minutes, but we read through some stuff, so I don't know. We wasted a few minutes at any rate, skipping through where we didn't have to, but what, 1 to 2 minutes, man? I mean, not that long. So, it's fine. I'll go inside then. I'm pretty sure that's what we have to answer, because we have to get, yeah, okay. Right, I suppose I'll head inside then. Be sure to keep warm, Iba. Will do. Good night. I wanted to bask for a moment longer in Iba's company, but maybe it was better for him to contemplate without me serving as an unnecessary distraction. I bowed my head, preparing to turn in for the night. And then, okay, so now we take him to his room. We're going to make you endure it. And then we're going to trust Takeda, and he's going to die. This is going to be great. Iba! It's going to be great. Wait, what? My initial reaction was to grab my Kodachi, so I put my hands around its hilt when... Don't! Iba shrieked madly as his wide eyes began to bulge. But at this rate, don't you realize that I drank that accursed serum for you? His forehead was sodden with sweat, sitting above a scrunched face as he dug his fingers into his ribcage. I could no longer bear to watch him in the state. I wrapped my arms around him, feeling him squeeze my body tightly as he fought the urge to cry out in desperation. It was hopeless, a lamentable state for which I could offer no reprieve, save for my company. I felt pity each time a strained grunt came from his closed lips. Hang in there, Iba. I flinched as his fingers clawed against my back, but I had to remind myself that anything he inflicted upon me was minuscule compared to the suffering he was forced to endure. If only I could absorb all of his pain for him. So, I held him closely, feeling his rapid heartbeat pound in his chest as he writhed in pain. Sorry, I just figured I was going to start skipping again. It's just funny. He's like, I took that serum for you. Way to be a bitch about it. Like, wow, you know what? You're a dick. Like, you know what? We're going to go off with Takeda now. That's why he said that nasty thing, so that we go off with Takeda. Let's see. Here we go. We're going to trust Takeda and watch him kill Iba. He's going to fucking kill Iba, because that's the whole point, right? He's like, I'll let him be. And you're like, okay. Girl, he wasn't going to let him be. Here we go. Oh, wait, we're not there yet. Never mind. I'm sorry, I have like nothing to say. So like, I got nothing. Got nothing. Would you really spare Iba's life? A calm, sympathetic gaze appeared on Takeda's face as he coolly responded. If, and only if, you submit your flesh to me and heed my every command. My knees wobbled and sweat dripped down my neck. Was this what was to become of me? Could I give my body to someone I didn't love? You can't, Spacey! As Iba's voice called out from behind me, my heart wavered, casting me into a sea of doubt. Giving in to Takeda's demands was a forfeiture of my heart, my body, and my future. But all of them paled in comparison to the forfeiture of Iba's life. You promise that you'll spare him. Of course I'll spare him. He's free to go. This, however, he could stand to lose. Men of his temperament don't deserve a priceless hand like this. I'll take that. The blade of Takeda's sword twinkled like a radiant moon above Iba's cradled body. No! I elbowed the Fury in the chest, taking advantage of his lowered guard to knock the wind out of him. As soon as I broke free, I sprinted towards Takeda, reaching for the Kodachi sitting on the side of my hip. But I was too slow. Ah! Takeda then swung his blade to point its tip right in front of my face, stopping me dead in my tracks. Apparently, looks like you don't quite understand the arrangement. I am an unstoppable demon, and you are my concubine. Looks like someone could use a little punishment. And luckily for you, I've got something in mind. He's gonna kill Iba now. Takeda lunged for my arm, twisting it roughly as he pulled me in closer to him. Ow! Wait, go of her! Iba drove his sword into the ground, using it to pull himself up the floor, but okay. Wait. Okay, alright, okay, Takeda, give in! It's yours, everything, just please, don't do it! Please, don't kill Iba! I felt deranged as I screamed at Takeda through hot, streaming tears. Well, that gives you the impression that I give a damn about what you think. A damn about you think. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like having you around. I just don't need to hear your voice. Catch my drift. I have no real reason to treat you like a wife, because frankly, there's only one thing I require of you. Oh. If Takeda really were to kidnap me, then there's no telling what horrific tortures would await me. I felt paralyzed, letting all manner of miserable thoughts grip me with fear, just when I'd given up all hope. Ah! Iba let out an ear-splitting scream, a shrill, desperate cry of agony that shook me to my core. I shut my eyes in terror, hearing what came next. Blood! 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 Sorry. Try as I might, I couldn't hold on to Iba's fading voice as it became smothered by the cacophonous chewing of the Fury's vicious maws. I thought... Oh! I thought Takeda was gonna kill him, and he was... Oh! Soon his voice faded away entirely. I'd lost him. No! This couldn't be happening. Ever since we were children, Iba sought to protect me. In our adulthood, he had sacrificed his humanity to save me in the middle of harrowing circumstances. But it was for nothing, for his body could not withstand the mutilating carnage of a Fury horde. Iba had been eaten alive, stripped to the bone. Oh god, I'm gonna vomit. Ugh! As the realization sank in, I felt all of the power leave my body. The depression held me by the neck. Ah, so you finally understand. And now, it's time for us to go. With your genes, our offspring will supersede the limitations of both man and demon. I could hear the faint echo of Takeda's voice, but my vision was beginning to blur. It was almost as if my willpower left me entirely. My body was content to topple over. In one final act, I unsheathed my Kodachi, and I drove it into my own heart, letting its cold steel take me. Damn! At first, the pain was searing hot, but soon, my skin felt icy to touch, and everything was going black. I just wanted all of this to be over. I wanted to see Iba's face one last time as the two of us drifted into the underworld. Oh, that's so sad. So, wait, yeah. Both Iba and I die. I knew Takeda was gonna fucking kill him. Like, I knew that was gonna happen, but...
Who are you talking to? You talking to birdies outside? I don't see any birdies.
You obviously hear them, though. He's like, birdies, be my friends. Poor birdie, you're all by yourself. Okay, we're going into chapter 3. Low romance, high corruption. Yep, that's how we do shit. This part will probably be a little bit longer than normal, just because we got 2 more to go to skip through, and then we gotta go through all the thingamajiggers. You know, the CGs! Alright. Wow. We've done 6 out of our... We're halfway through the game. We're halfway through the game, guys! Today marks the halfway point. Because tomorrow, most likely, we'll be starting Harada's route. So, that'll be interesting. Although Harada and Nagakura both left together, so for the next, like, 2 things will be in their paths. But, Iba! Leave me. I need neither medicine nor blood. The burden that comes along with becoming a Fury is mine alone to bear. But was enduring the pain worth it? Beads of sweat dripped from his glistening brow, and he bellowed as his condition only worsened. My stomach twisted into a knot while I watched. Iba, hang in there. I wrapped my arms around his convulsing body. His groans clamored through gnashed teeth, and he incessantly clawed at his own skin in desperation. Iba felt helpless, even as Iba rode out the rest of his bloodlust in my arms, and I tried to visualize ways things could have happened differently. Frustration wore me down, but I kept my mouth shut as the two of us waited for his onset to pass. Yeah, so Harada and Nagakura kind of left together, so I'm just assuming their paths are going to be... Well, I mean, obviously different because it didn't different guys, but the same scenery, I'm assuming. Because, like, this one's totally different because we left with him. I mean, can I just zoom in on that face of his without, that's all I'm saying. When we get to there. Because there's none that... I can't remember one that was just him without her derp face in it. Although that one, she was okay. Couldn't see much of her derp face, but yeah, so I don't know. I have 2 different trains of thought going through my mind because, like, trying to figure out a CG. Like, I like to leave it on one that's just their beautiful face, but I don't think we have one of those for him. But anyway, But yeah, I have a feeling, because, like, all of the routes, well, so far they've all been kind of different. But I mean, that's because everyone's had different kind of paths. But Harada and Nagakura both left. I mean, it's going to be different, but I'm thinking that, like, the scenery kind of thing will be almost the same. So, hold on. You can't hurt me. You're too strong to let that happen, Iba. I- I'm not. You overestimate me. No, you are. Look at yourself. You're standing here with me, saying something that I know can't be easy to admit. If Iba were a weaker man, then perhaps he would have done things differently. Perhaps he would have submitted more easily to these ravenous cravings, or ensnared me in something darker, and that would have been it. Or he likely would have suppressed these carnal impulses to the extent that he would have become a shut in, and I would have been none the wiser. Please, don't give up now. You're so close. I believe in you, Iba. Spacey. Once more, Iba bit into his lower lip, chewing on it for a second in silence. Always full of surprises. I suppose that when you say it like that, I'm in no position to wallow in my self-pity. So you understand? In that case, allow me to ask you once more. Spacey, please spend the rest of your days with me. If the time ever comes, and my mind is not what it once was, then you must stop me. Of course. Um, what was I thinking? Yeah, well, you know what I mean? Because, like, Saito's route, Heisuke, Sonnet, they're all sort of, in a way, similar. Because we're with the Shinsengumi, we start out in that pat blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, we don't kind of veer off from that. Like in Saito, of course, we go to Kofu, run away, blah blah blah. Heisuke and Sanen's route, we're not allowed to go. But I fought the urge to bite my nails from anxiety. Hey, anyone in there? An unfamiliar voice called from outside the front door. My heart nearly stopped in my chest. I've got an urgent letter addressed to someone here. Would you mind coming outside? A letter? Could it be from Motoyama? Oh, Takeda found us. Oh, there you are. I was afraid that since you weren't answering, you might have stepped out. What's that letter you spoke of? Oh, well, it came from someone just around the corner from here, near the alley. They asked me to hand this to someone named Yukamura, who lives here, I guess. Oh, for me? Sure, here you go. Oh, hey! Before I had a chance to thank him, the stranger bolted into the alley and vanished. I wondered why I might have received a letter. As I peeled open the parchment, I recognized the handwriting, and at the bottom it read Sen. Sen? It's from Sen? I darted my eyes back to the top of the letter and read Sen's instructions to meet her at a nearby bay. There was something dubious about the timing and method of Sen's correspondence, but I decided, what the hell? If it were urgent, then I couldn't leave her out to dry, and her handwriting matched. Oh god. Just to be safe, I quickly scribbled a note for Iba for his peace of mind. Surely it wouldn't take long. Wind brushed against my cheeks as I left the house. We're gonna die. It's what's his face? When I reached the bay, I saw Sen's figure faintly. Spacey, you've come! Sen? My heart sank, however, when I noticed two silhouettes lurking beside her. Wait. You said Saito killed Kodo. You son of a bitch! I was all excited you lied. Oh, only you showed up. I was certain that your prissy, wannabe bodyguard would be sniffing behind your tail, but you'll do. Or is he still licking those wounds? I should have guessed he couldn't handle a silver bullet. Takeda! Father! Why would they be with Sen? As I mustered the courage to call out to them, Takeda began licking his lips gleefully. You forced her to write that letter, didn't you? Why would you do such a thing? Why? Are you that stupid? Forgive him, my child, but he's a zealous one. Part and parcel for someone with a thirst for human blood. Soon he can surpass a demon in strength. If he happens to impregnate a female demon, then his offspring will be even stronger. Gross when you say it like that. Gross. The cycle continues as such, then this country, no, the world, will be ours for the taking. My deepest fears had been realized. Father fully intended for me to bear Takeda's child. Chill dread, probably multiples.
Stop this insolence at once! How could you do such a thing? To your own daughter, no less! This is madness!
As Sen cried out frantically, Takeda smacked her across the face without any reservation, and her cheek went pink instantly. Why is he not trying to take her too?
Ow!
Just who do you think you're speaking to, bitch? Do you need me to teach you another lesson? Sen! I broke into a sprint to rescue Sen, but not so fast. Before I could reach her, Takeda grabbed my arm. Ow! Hey! The inhuman force of Takeda's grip nearly popped my shoulder from its socket. I was unable to break free as he twisted his hand, using his skinny fingers to constrict my arm. I wish Iba were here to see me peel the skin from this lovely little arm, but capturing him will be a walk in the park. There's no shortage of ideas I can use to torture him later. First, I think I need to show you some discipline. It's about time you knew who you were messing with. Stop! Let go of me! I jerked my arm, trying to wrestle my arm free from Takeda's clutches, but it was no use. I don't know where you think you're going. Takeda tightened his grip, and I raised my shoulder in severe pain from being goaded by his pull. Then, Takeda speedily contorted my arm, and I heard the chilling sound of bones snapped clean in half. And suddenly my arm went limp in total agony. Damn, that is not the way to impress me into wanting to bear your children. She's gonna end. You better take pointy, sharp objects from her, because she will stab herself with a fork to kill you and that child. Jesus. Stab myself with a fork. Ah! Eventually I'll carve away into my heart. Ah! I was ready to faint from the searing, nightmarish pain. This, my dear, is the consequence of failing to abide by my words. A pure-blooded demon such as yourself shouldn't succumb to this, since it will heal in a matter of days, right? Plenty of chances for you to test the waters. His eerie eyes glistened under the radiant moonlight, brimming with madness. Iba, where are you? Against all hope, I prayed for his return, but it was no use, and Takeda and Father whisked me away. Oh, a fate worse than death awaited me, and I was forced to serve as Takeda's slave for the rest of my days. That's what it said, is made Takeda's slave. Damn! That sucks. Okay, so we have one more bad ending, and then we have the, gallery. So we're about at time, but we're just going to do it because there's no point in doing that. It'll end up being like 10 minutes. So this part will probably be like hour and 20 minutes-ish. So, you know, it happens. That's usually what happens when we get to the end. Chapter 4. Low romance, high corruption. Yes. So let's see. People below me are like having a gathering. I'm pretty sure it's the people below me. They're loud. I mean, okay, I'm recording this on Thanksgiving, so like trying to get ahead because I need to be like ahead and prepared. So like I'm like record all the things because I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Like, I mean, I get the day after off, but like to take time off to go, it's like nah, screw it. Just enjoy my 4 days of doing nothing. For this, I'm recording in bulk so that I'm prepared for Christmas. Like, but like I'm really not far enough ahead. Like, I'm really not. But hopefully over the next couple of days I can get it in advance. Oh, plus we're cutting down the games that we're playing for the month. This will continue. I don't think I'll be taking any time off from this, but obviously by the time you're seeing this, if you watch any of the other games, you know Office Lovers is in, I can't. I want to. She says I can't, though. Office Lovers is done, and we're not filling in the gaps on that one. We're not going to replace it with anything. Color X Malice will finish up in the beginning of December, and I probably won't replace that until January, so this will be the only Otome game that we are playing through the month of December, just so that I can at least catch up, and hopefully we don't have to take a break from it at all. If we do, though, it will be at the end after a route. So we'll finish a route, and then we'll do that. Hold on. Iba! I should have subjected him to the bitter taste of medicine, or to my... Oh, should I have subjected him to the bitter taste of medicine, or to my blood's metallic tang? He writhed in agony as I contemplated to myself. This is nothing. I can survive this. All of the color was draining from Eva's cheeks. At any moment, I was certain he'd faint. Eva, just hang in there. It'll pass. I wrapped my arms around him tightly, feeling his whole body vibrate in my meek arms. I winced as he viciously clawed against my back, scratching me with a ferocity that likely paled in comparison to the pain he was feeling. I felt myself sinking into hopelessness, wondering how much more Eva could suffer, and if I'd be forced to let him endure it. The minutes felt stretched into hours as I awaited his symptoms to pass, letting my wretched feeling of self-loathing conquer my defeated heart. But yeah, so worst case scenario, if for some reason I need to pause in this, it's not going to be like in the middle of a path and then you're going to have to wait a week or two. It would be like we end this and then it's a couple weeks before we start back up. I'm trying to do the best that I can to record enough because there's about 3 weeks that I won't be able to record. Or I have to be prepared to be like 3 weeks ahead. So what do we do? Do you think you stand a chance? So, yeah, but it would be like, we end here and then we just don't pick up the next route so that you're not stuck. You know what I mean? Like, it would still suck because you're missing stuff for weeks, but yeah, I have to record a lot of stuff in advance and I don't have much time on weekends or I don't have much time during the week. I gotta, but it's either that or I have to cut down everything to half-hour parts, which we could do, but it's like, I'm gonna try not to do that. We would definitely, anyway. Before I could react, Takeda tackled me to the ground, pinning so I couldn't wiggle free, and then he pressed his blade against my neck. All of a sudden, I felt a harsh sting and blood trickled from my windpipe down my chest. Jesus. Takeda yanked his blade out of my throat and viciously put his mouth to the deluge of blood, drinking me with aplomb as I laid helpless. Ew. Thought he just beheaded us. Ah, so sweet. The taste tickles my lips. I've never tasted anything better than you. I mean, right? Because I'm pretty fucking magical. More. Give me more. Oh dear. He dug 2 fingers into the deep gash and ripped the hole wide open, making screaming impossible. I'm literally gripping my throat right now, like, oh. But numbness was beginning to seep through me. Damn you, Ganryusai Takeda. Screams of anguish echoed in the distance, but my hearing began to fade with each moment. Although I could make out the hiss of their blades, my vision was blurring, and I was beginning to drift into a slumber, coaxed into a nightmare. As I fell into the cusp of death, I heard, "Wait for me, Spacey. As soon as I handle him, I'll be right there beside you." Oh, Iba had been bidding me farewell, but I was in no position to return the favor. Instead, I was forced to make one wish. I wished, as I choked on my own blood, that our next meeting was... Oh, Iba. Oh, rough. I like how the guy's like, eaten, question mark, by Takeda? Like, kinda. He kinda fucking, like, ripped our throat out. Damn. Well, I guess he didn't want me to have his babies that fucking much after all. Jesus. Jesus. Well, that was all the bad endings for Iba's route. They were kind of rough. Like, holy shit. Yeah, so let's see. That one's only got, so we go 2 that have multiple, then we have 1, then we have 4 that have and the rest of them have multiple. Okay. But see, there's none that are just him. Like, that's disappointing to me. So, like, I mean, can we, like, we can probably zoom. Can we zoom? No, we can't. Oh, we can't zoom. That sucks. Pinch out to zoom in. Pinch in to zoom out. Oh, yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. There we go. There you go. Look. Sorry. I'm sorry. We just are gonna have to do something like that because I don't want her derp face in my thing. Although these ones aren't bad. You know what I mean? Like, the way she's holding his arm is just like, I love it. Like, I mean, this one we don't really see her derp face, but like he's pained and it sucks. So it's like, why would we want to like see that? You know what I mean? I'm just sad. There's none of just okay. This is the no. It's really sad. This is the best we have, and it's like so inappropriate. But you know what? I actually like do like this one. Oh, there's only 2 for that one. Yeah. And he's the angry, like, why aren't you pushing me off of you? Because I love you. Oh. The hand glowing. That's amazing. I mean, I think that was it. Just the 2. Yeah, okay. Deet. Oh. So cute. I mean, because we get this of Eva. I mean, we could literally just zoom into that. Like, look at his face. Like, wait. Dude, look at his face. Can we not zoom in further? We can't. Look at his face. That's actually perfect. We should, but we're going to use the rapier. Oh. He's like, he looks shocked though. That's better. Oh, his face is precious. She ruins it though. Even though she doesn't have derp eyes, she still ruins it. But yeah, this is like the, because we can just kind of like, there you go. We can just do what it did in the game, and there you go. You can barely see her. It's okay. Just imagine it's you. Just imagine it's you. But anyway, I just like having one where it's just them because it's the perfect one to end it for you to just remember their beautiful face and oh. But we don't have that, so this is the best we gonna do. But anyway, I also wish they would give us the opening credit one. You know, the thing that we see when we first start the route. I wish we had that image in our gallery. I don't know why we don't. I mean, maybe we do in like the others. I don't know, but it should be in theirs. Like that should be an automatic one you get when you start their route, or like finish it or something. Because I like those, and that would have been perfect. But anyway, I will wrap this part up here. When we come back tomorrow, we will start Harada's route. So, and we're halfway through the game. I don't know if I'm happy or sad about that. Like, yay! Look, we've made it halfway, but it's sad because like it's halfway. But anyway, we'll be doing this until like fucking sometime in January, so this will be going forever. But yeah, so I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.